Hi guys, we are the Office Blokes. It is true, I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Together we are desperately trying to find things that aren't reactions to do so we can stay on YouTube for a while.
We're not desperately trying, we're just coming up with new stuff, new content.
I know. I'm just acknowledging the fact that, we can't do reactions at the moment. That just is what it is, isn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah, there you go. No, but we're just trying things.
So we can't do this anymore, fake. I had it all practiced and everything. What was that?
I don't know. I was going to try and dab and then the microphone was in the way and it just went wrong. Fuck it. I stand by it. It doesn't matter. So, I mean, you've got you've got to let us know in the comment section, though, because we are trying new things. Just let us know. If you're enjoying the new video concepts, let us know. If you're not, let us know.
Any ideas?
We're 30 seconds in now, so shut the fuck up. What we are going to do now is rate UK celebrities on a tier list. Apparently tier lists are a popular thing that people do on YouTube.
We do it a lot in the pub. It's like pub talk for me.
Yeah,
right.
We'll say like, we sat in the pub and go, if you had your own pub, what would be the top 6 beers you serve on the main pumps?
Yeah.
And then it's like, you got to have Stella, you got to have this, you got to have that. Then someone will come up with fucking Carlin, and we all go, what the? No chance. No one's having Carlin. They're not one of them. And it's proper pub talk. It really it gets people going.
Yeah.
Do you think that Stella has changed in the past couple of months?
Well, you've got Stella Unfiltered stuck over now.
I mean, normal Stella,
Is it on
though.
draft that as well? I've not seen it on draft.
Yeah.
That.
I had
some
I
places
had
have it.
2 of the big bottles of Stella last night, and they didn't taste right. Like just
Where did you buy them from?
Co-op.
What, the big ones?
Yeah. They tasted sweeter. Like there was something.
It wasn't Stella Unfiltered, right?
No, it was proper Stella. Yeah, just something wasn't right about it.
You checked the date on it?
Yeah. It was all fine. It was, and it tasted like Stella, but just something was missing or something was off.
Best pint of Stella you can get is in the Railway. I've never had a better pint of Stella than in the Railway.
I do like Stella.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, right then. So we are going to rank. There's a tier at the bottom that's not on normal courtyard exercise.
Google it. Google it if you don't know what it means.
I mean, it says it there, so
I know.
people can see the word. We just can't say it on YouTube. So are we going to start top left?
Yeah, we're gonna rank them.
I guess so.
I guess we've got to choose from all the pictures on the bottom, have we?
Yeah, and then if we just work our way across, then
Well, you're not going to put you put them all. Oh, it's individuals. You put them all. You've
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
allocate everybody, have you?
yeah,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Right.
So Holly Willoughby.
Holly Willy Booby. I put her on like she's a bit annoying sometimes, but she's quite good on the eye.
She's a bit annoying, especially with all the Schofield stuff
Yeah.
that we'll get to in a minute. But
She's just TV, too TV for me.
but when she was doing what's the really risque sort of show she used to do with
Keith Lemon.
Yeah, with Keith Lemon.
Yeah.
Celebrity Juice.
Yeah.
She was proper up for a laugh.
Yeah,
on
I know.
that.
She
So-
was actually good on the kids Saturday morning telly with Ant and Dec as well.
SMTV.
Yeah, she was good on that as well.
You watched that? When did you watch that?
Well, that's like 20, 30 years ago.
Going through Schofield
Long time
phase. Yeah, I think. In fact, isn't she being replaced with Kat Deely?
I'd go.
on
Really?
this
I have
morning?
no idea.
I think Kat Deely's
I'd go with a
right,
C for me.
I think she's probably a C.
Yeah.
Fair play. We can rejig these.
definitely on the bottom. Definitely, 100%. I'm not having.
Schofield.
If you don't put him on the bottom, I'm getting up and walking off. 'Cause he's definitely on the bottom. No danger. He's definitely on the bottom.
Plenty of danger. How'd you?
He's definitely there. He's the king of it. He's to put a crown on him.
I don't know who that is. That
I
next
can't see
one.
who it is.
Can you see that, Max?
Who's that?
Number 3.
Oh,
Adele.
Adele. Oh, she's got to go in S.
Ooh, I'd
She's
go
top
A.
level.
Yeah, she's a bit
You
annoying
know
as well, though.
She seems
She
like.
can be. Yeah, I get what you mean.
But
That
she
Cockney
seems like a
accent.
decent character.
does.
Like, there's so many videos of her shit-faced,
Yeah.
staggering around, having a
Yeah.
laugh
Yeah.
with
I like
people.
that.
Although, to be fair, I've not seen much of her the last couple
She's
of
got.
years.
She's in Vegas.
She's got a
isn't
residency,
Got
hasn't she? In
residency in
Vegas. Yeah.
Sold
I'm
out.
going for an S
Yeah.
on that. I think top tier.
As a representative of our country,
She's top tier.
I think
I mean,
so,
voice
yeah.
And
wise,
she's done the James Bond theme. She's done great albums. You never hear about her being in trouble.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like a good stand-up.
Yeah.
She's grounded.
I
She's
think
a
so.
council kid.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely going top tier for
I'd
me
go
anyway.
S. I'd go S.
Yeah, going off,
Yep.
even just the voice is world class anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Superb. So.
Andy Murray,
I mean, he's achieved quite a lot as a sports person. Very annoying.
he's got his own mound, hasn't he?
He's very
So-
boring.
Yeah.
He doesn't really bring much other than being a very good tennis player.
He was.
Yeah,
he?
he's been a bit of a knob over the years, and he's
Yeah.
brought his mother into it now as well.
Yeah, and she's proper.
You
Like,
know.
He
proper
wanted
annoying.
Scotland to leave the UK, didn't he?
So does everyone.
He was always always seemed a bit anti-English, didn't
yeah.
he? I think he said he played up in it a bit.
Normally he'd be an F for me, but because he's good at tennis and he is a good sports person,
he won Wimbledon,
and that's all he brings to the table. Though he's good at tennis, he don't bring anything else to the table.
That's his job, isn't it?
That's all you need.
I'll go with an E. For me.
It's D or E for me. He won Wimbledon. He was the first Brit to do it for a long time, wasn't he?
He's got the personality of like a door. He's proper like...
You don't always want your sportsman to be a character sometimes.
You do.
Some people talk too much.
No, but you want a character on the pitch. John McEnroe, for example, great character.
True, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Legend of the game.
I'd probably go D because of the Wimbledon win for me, personally.
I'll go E, so it's down to you.
I'll go E because it's a bit annoying for me.
Mike was going to go F.
Just hate Scottish people, don't you?
Is that Ant and Dec?
It looks like Ant and Dec to me. You know what? I think they're a bit of a staple of British TV.
Yeah.
And as annoying as I find them, their Saturday night takeaway show, I think, as a family show, sit round with a beer and a Chinese or something like that.
I'm going off I'm a Celebrity a little bit, but that's because all the things are all the same, all the eating tasks. But they're the ones that usually make it. They usually get a thread going through it of like some sort of a comedy thing, and they're always absolutely top class. I mean, they are. They're funny guys, and
I remember from
world class.
I remember from Joss's Giants, and they were quite good on that.
Yeah,
and
I remember him from
Joss's Giants. There was two kids. There was two kids from my school who was in Joss's Giants as well.
I don't even know what it is.
It was just like a kids like 5 o'clock show. Don't know, for like a school sort of like a school drama, if you
right.
will.
Yeah.
Don't forget Ant and Dec were rappers as well.
Yeah, they were.
Biker Grove, weren't they?
What were they?
Biker Grove, maybe not
called?
Joss's Giants. Maybe it was Biker Grove.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were in
Biker
Joss's Giants
Grove.
as well. I can't remember.
What were they called as rappers?
PJ and Duncan.
PJ and Duncan.
Yeah.
That was their PJ
Let's
and
get ready to
Duncan.
rumble.
Yeah.
Ready to rumble.
Oh, that's actually a bit of a tune.
I'm thinking. For me, it's an S or an A for them because I agree they are like a British sort of like institution.
I think as presenters,
They're a bit annoying.
I'd go A. They're not.
I'll go with A with
Adele.
you then because
They're not
I
up
agree.
there
I agree with
Adele.
that, so I would go A as well if that's the case.
Outvoted. Fair enough.
That's democracy.
Is that Anthony Hopkins? Looks like Anthony Hopkins from
Anthony
here.
Hopkins to
Yeah.
me,
Sir
yeah.
Anthony
Yeah.
Hopkins.
Yeah, Welsh.
No, he's
Didn't
Welsh,
he?
correct?
So
Yeah.
that's going against him.
Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
Great
done.
actor
He's
again,
very
though.
good
a lot of
actor.
films.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Very
He's a
iconic.
class actor, you know. He can do
Yeah.
anything, can't he?
I don't think he's S level.
I'd
In
put
my
him up at
opinion.
A or B myself.
A or B, I'd go with that.
He's a class actor,
Yeah.
to be fair.
He's kind of he's not done much as he's got older.
Yeah.
Is he even still alive?
Yeah, I think he
he's
is.
still
Yeah,
alive. I mean,
I think so.
he's probably in his 80s now, isn't he, to be fair? So he's probably maybe slowed down a bit. So,
But he's such a globally recognised person. But I suppose a few of these people are.
There's loads of them going to come up. You got to remember, you're going to snowball into this. But I'm going to go. For me, is a B. B/C for me.
yeah, I think I'd go B. I think he's a top star. He's been in some good films. He's a great actor. He's got loads of different parts, character actors.
If it was going to be
know.
based off acting, I'd have to name more than 3 of his movies. And I get stuck after Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's others I've seen, but
Want the follow-up to called like Red Dragon or something?
Red Dragon.
Was that the
The
follow-up
Bruce
to
Lee movie?
Silence of the Lambs?
Oh,
It was
I
called
don't
something
know.
like that. Wasn't it? It was called something like Red Dragon or something like that.
The narration on the Grinch movie, didn't he, with Jim Carrey?
Yeah,
Did he?
He's done
He did.
loads. He's done.
Yeah.
He's done
Oh, wow.
absolute loads.
Yeah, he did all that as well.
So for me, he's a B or a C for me.
I'm gonna say B.
I'd say B.
Yeah, fair play.
That's David Attenborough, isn't it?
I mean, S.
Hey, S all day long.
That's
S
a
all,
terrible picture of him. He looks like an old lady.
S all day long. Well, he does anyway.
Yeah.
S all day long for me.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I don't even think.
Yeah,
we
No,
need
there's
to
no,
debate that.
there's
No
no,
debate
no,
about that.
no,
Yeah.
Never be anyone like him.
no, ever.
Fun
You're
fact about David Attenborough.
We should make
as well.
him King of England.
Absolutely, but he brought colour TV to the UK.
Did
Really?
he?
Yeah,
What,
because
like illegally, like contraband?
yeah, selling them out the back of the lorry.
in the suitcase,
No, coming back from
Namibia.
Allegedly,
£1.50 for everybody.
allegedly, he was high up, or at least at a decent level of the BBC, and they used to broadcast snooker in black and white. And based off the
Yeah,
back
yeah.
of
Look with that one.
Well, wasn't him saying, for those watching in black and white, the red is now behind the pink.
it probably would have been,
That was a true thing.
True
that,
story.
wasn't it?
but apparently, like
Is it Ted Lewis that said it?
Yeah.
he was part of bringing colour TV to the country because of the snooker,
Yeah. All right,
allegedly.
okay.
So there you go.
Yeah.
David Beckham.
Bottom, next to Phil Schofield.
Oh, dear me. I'm so biased.
No, true. No, he's a little bit annoying. He's kind of like he's trying a little bit too hard to get that knighthood. And that's annoying me a little bit.
He definitely wants that. I think it's a bit contrived when he gets it 'cause he's actually going for it, isn't he? So
And he's not a bad guy.
I think
He's made
a good
made
guy.
mistakes in
I
his
think
life.
B or C myself.
Yeah, I'd go with
he's a world class.
Yeah,
world recognised star anyway. I mean, he's done well for what he's done. He was a pretty good player.
Superstar British
he's
guy.
not much of a personality, is he?
No.
You know, when you watch him on interviews and stuff,
no,
he's
he
just
seems a pretty
like,
decent
quiet.
guy in general.
He's quiet. He's reserved.
Yeah.
He's kind of overshadowed by his missus and now his kids. He's gone right to the bottom of the tree in the family.
Yeah, that probably means that you've done your job well as a dad.
And his brother Odell. He's a little bit more sort of like higher up than him now as well. So I'd go with I'd go with a C. I think he's on par with Ollie Willoughby.
Oh, I feel like he's better than Holly Willoughby.
I don't think he's better than Anthony Hopkins though.
No, I'd say B. I'd say B for Beckham. He's a good ambassador to the country, I think.
Yeah, I'd go B. I'll go for
what he did with all the FA and all. I think he's just a little bit involved. What he did when you think about it, can I just before you put him in B, can I just give a something else as well?
You can do your pitch. He
did the whole thing about come to Saudi Arabia for the World Cup and all that. Qatar, sorry, come to Qatar. And he took a load of money, but he was slating them just before.
Yeah. And also,
saying human rights thing, and then all of a sudden he was an advert for him.
Yeah, we stand for LGBTQ rights and stuff like that, and then takes the bag.
So for me, that drops him, that relegates him a little bit.
There's a lot of players that even Messi does a lot.
But he's not on the list.
Arabia.
But Messi's not on the list.
No, but if he was football-wise, you won't put him down on the list because of things outside.
I would.
Based off your argument there, I'd drop down to C.
Yeah,
personally, that's a fair point.
Yeah, well, I don't know much. No, not everything about what he was saying before,
and he's just trying that little bit too hard.
It'd be difficult for me to comment because I'm not sure exactly what he said.
He doesn't need the money from Qatar, does he? To go back on his.
He sold his soul a little bit.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think it makes up for what he does for charities and stuff like that.
Well, they all do stuff for charity, right? There's loads of them who do this. Yeah.
Bojo.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
Bottom tier, maybe.
Years ago. Yeah, a long time ago, he would have been in my SRA category. A long time ago, when he was mayor of London, he was funny.
He probably would have been a B for me at that point. He had that charming but ridiculous.
And he's a very, very good politician. Let's not take that away from him. He's a super great politician. He's just a bell end.
Yeah, I think all the COVID stuff where
he's cheated us.
So smarmy, screwed people over, didn't obey his own rules that he was putting in place.
For me, he's an
F
or
next to Murray.
He's an F or an N for me.
I'd put him as an F because N is a very strong thing to say about someone.
Yeah, right, all right.
I'll go with F.
He's a sex pest, but I don't think he's a.
He is a sex pest, but not on that.
I would have put him next to Murray because he's a bell end, but I'm outvoted, so
I'd go with F.
Yeah, F. Richard Hammond.
Is that Richard Hammond? I don't think. Christian Bale, mate.
Christian Bale.
Richard Hammond ain't going to be on this list.
I am short-sighted.
Eh? Christian Bale's English. Yeah. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I like Christian Bale.
Same.
Yeah.
I watched him in American. Was it American Psycho? Was that brilliant? Some great lines in that.
Old Batman films as well.
One of the best lines ever. Don't just stare at it, eat it. Wasn't that American Psycho?
I've not watched it for that long now.
There was some great lines in it. I'm going. He's an A. He's an A or B.
I mean,
he's up there with Anthony Hopkins.
He's a top tier Hollywood actor,
big time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go next to Hopkins personally.
Okay, I'll go with B. Yeah.
I'm alright with that. Yeah, that's good for me.
Damon
Albarn. He's a bit of a cock, isn't he?
I don't know. I've seen
interviews with him.
I quite like him, Damon Albarn.
Didn't he moon Michael Jackson?
No, that was Jarvis Cocker.
Was that Jarvis? Right. Okay.
I think Damon Albarn, when you think about the Britpop from the 90s, they kept Oasis off number one with Country House or whatever it was they were doing at the time.
Right,
I think he's been a great thing for British pop. He's obviously launched a great sort of like battle between Blur and Oasis and all that kind of stuff. And when people talk about Britpop of the 90s, he's definitely in that conversation.
Yeah. And he had sort of Gorillaz as well, which is
and he's done loads of stuff where he's collabs, he's been very good
and produced stuff as well, hasn't he? But
and he's a smart guy.
He's just one of those where over the years I thought he's just a bit pretentious for my liking.
I think that's
because he's a southerner, mate, and that's what possibly. They are. That's what you southerners are, you pretentious pricks. Come on.
I saw an interview with him with what's the New Zealand music DJ and
Kiri Tikanawa.
No, you know what I mean. It was all over TV in this country. Interviews famous people. What's his name? Zane Lowe.
Zane Lowe. Oh
yeah.
Zane Lowe.
Still don't know who he is.
He did an interview with Zane Lowe, and they were talking about the Gorillaz, and he pulls out a little keyboard and presses the demo button on it, and it is literally that first Gorillaz song that was massive. Does nothing to it, just presses it, and it's actually the song.
But that's a musical. That's a musical genius in my eyes.
He had the foresight to bring it to people.
Exactly.
So,
and I like the Gorillaz. It's one of the bands I listen to quite a lot. But it's I'd go for me.
For me.
I'd say C.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I'm happy
all
with
day
C.
long.
Yeah,
all
strong,
day
strong
long.
He's in,
C.
yeah, he's
Strong
in, he's in that
Solid guy
he's in that
still.
group. That C group's about right for me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
looking, it's taking shape.
Yeah.
S, 100% next one.
Princess Diana.
100% S
Yeah.
You think so?
for me.
She was before my era. Obviously, I was very aware when she died and things like that. But all the good humanitarian work she did and stuff like
She
that
did
was
everything.
kind of before
And
me.
what she went through,
Yeah.
everything she went through with the royal family, the way she was treated by
I'm not
King
going to argue
Charles.
with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met her as well, and she's a lovely lady.
You met her?
Yeah, I did. I blagged me. It was a proper blag, chief blag.
Yeah,
I
of course, it was a
sent him-
blag. It's not going to be on merit, is it?
Oh yeah, invite Daz for tea. Not seen him for a while.
I did me 11 meters, right, and then she was there at the other side of the pool. So it was the biggest line I've ever done.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. It's just she was a little bit before me, so it's
She
hard
was
for me to comment too
she was
much.
England Rose, as
Yeah.
Elton John pointed out.
definitely.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, can't-
Oh, is that Dave or Ed Sheeran?
A cheering.
Oh, it's not Office Bloke Dave.
It's not.
I was going to say bottom if it was Dave, but since it said Sheeran, I'll go with.
I think Ed Sheeran's up there. I don't think he's an S. I don't think he's a national treasure
He's
yet,
definitely not an S.
but I think he's
He's got to
probably
be
an
an
A.
A or B, hasn't he? I think he's world class again. He's a world star.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's absolutely
Yeah.
huge.
But I think I think B.
He's a pretty
for me.
down to earth guy. He's got
He
a
is.
good sense of humour.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
I think he's
Very
better-
talented.
Yeah, I
he's
quite
good
like
egg.
him. He's
a good
likable.
lad.
Yeah.
He's likable.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. For me, again A or B. But I think if we're putting Ant and Dec in A, then I think Ed Sheeran should go in A. But I think he's a B.
I think he's
Because
a
I don't think he's better than Christian Bale or.
I think he's better.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
better than
Sonny
Anton Deck,
Hopkins.
though.
That's why I thought we put Ant and Dec probably too high before. I thought Ant and Dec was a C.
Do you think
or a
Anton
B.
Deck needs to drop down a little bit?
I think
I
once
think
you go
so.
along these things and you see
You see
everyone
everyone
else
else,
in
you
it,
start
it
might
puts
thinking-
into perspective
it does,
a bit more,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
To be fair, so
Yeah.
we can always. I wouldn't mind moving them down a little bit.
Yeah,
Just
I'd
to
put
even
them.
up.
I'd put Ant and Dec to C. Because I think they're on par with. Oh, I don't know.
They're on par with Holly Willoughby, to be fair.
They are. There's not much difference.
That fits.
Yeah.
Willoughby
that
It
might
does
go
fit.
down a bit.
If you were putting
to D.
no, but if you're putting a line, if you're doing a line of people where you sort of like saying right, everyone stand in line in this order, that C looks about right
It
for
does.
importance and
Yeah.
level where they're at.
Do you think Holly Willoughby's up there with Ant and Dec though? Because I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mate,
class
they are,
presenting,
but so she's very
Yeah.
well thought of in
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
morning
suppose so.
world and all
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff in the I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think Ed Sheeran's an A for me personally.
I'd go with a
He's A or B.
Yeah,
actually.
I'd
I
go
suppose
with-
he's not
top
above
class.
Anthony Hopkins.
I'd go with B for me personally.
I'd go with.
I'm
I'd go B.
I'm leaving that A open a little bit because I think
Yeah.
there's people who are not quite S's but they should
well,
be an A.
coming up next, I think is
Yeah.
probably an A.
Yeah.
So Ed Sheeran B.
Yeah, B.
Yeah, go on then.
Right, Elton John.
Yeah.
A.
I think A. S.
I think A.
I think he's an A.
He's got a- I think he's
He's
all day
legend.
long.
He is a legend, isn't he?
He's absolute legend from starting in the 60s, 70s.
Oh yeah, it's like 5 decade long.
Yeah, I'd go with
Top
with
level
He's an
S.
music.
absolute world star.
Now
I
you
mean,
say, yeah,
every-
there's not much bigger in the
everybody
world
knows
music.
Him. Everybody
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
him. There's no one that in music industry could walk in the room with him and think I'm above him. I don't think.
You're right.
I think
I think you
I'm
hit the
better
nail
than
on the
him.
head with that. I'll go with S
let's
with that.
put,
Based on that, I'll go with
Any,
S.
absolutely anybody's.
Yeah,
got to
I'm
be
going with
above
S.
him.
Put him next to Princess Di, where he belongs.
It belongs,
then.
yeah, that's right.
Is that?
That's Emma Watson, is it?
I find her
I don't
really
even know
annoying.
I don't even know.
Hermione
I don't know
from
anything about her.
Harry
The
Potter.
I've never
movies.
seen a Harry Potter movie in my life.
Yeah.
She seems to be very.
That's all I've ever seen her in.
She
by
seems
the
to
way.
be a bit of an activist. You know, like one of these very rich, but going to tell the poor people how to live activist. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, these entitled.
yeah.
I
I think
don't
she's
know.
I'll leave this to you
Go
two
on.
because I
I've
don't
only
know.
ever seen her in Harry Potter movies,
and she was great in that.
in that
to be fair.
sense, she's obviously again a world star because I mean it was huge all over the world, wasn't
But
it?
I've never seen it.
No,
If she walked in here now, and I only spotted her because I think I recognise who she
Yeah.
is from like news thing.
Yeah.
But if she walked in here now, I don't know who she was.
No,
I
no,
think
but you
she-
don't like that genre of film
No.
or anything, so I guess I get that why you didn't see.
I think she's just
never seen
fallen
it.
into that young actor trap of like, I'm going to change the world because
Yeah.
you've made a few movies,
Yeah.
and that's what I find a bit
I'd
annoying.
put it down
Yeah.
there at the bottom somewhere.
Next to Boris.
for me.
She's probably a D, to be fair, because she did.
I don't know her, so I
She's
can't.
in one of the most iconic movie franchises of a generation as one of the main characters.
I
and
can
did a
see,
great
I can
job
see
at
the
it.
other guy out of it a bit further down the line.
Yeah,
and he's going to be the same then, isn't he?
No, he's a lot higher up. He's a legend. He's done
Is he?
loads since. There's,
Yeah.
there's lots more you can say about Daniel Radcliffe.
Right.
I'm saying D.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Go on, then, I'll
D
leave it to
or,
you two.
D or E. She's probably an Andy Murray, to be fair.
Not a Boris.
No, I think she's more of an Andy Murray.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah? E.
Yeah.
You can shuffle them around in a bit. We're going to be here all night if we don't hurry up.
No, I'm an answer.
I can't see
Full,
that.
full row, I guess.
Who's that?
Gemma Collins.
Gemma Collins.
Joan Collins.
Oh, Joan
Gemma.
Collins. I was going to say
Gemma.
For me, she'd be an F.
I'd be below the bottom one. Leave her on the block.
I think she's
Gemma
trash.
Collins.
I think she's absolute trash.
Yeah, put her on the bottom. I'm putting next to Phil Schofield.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think we can go that. That's a special category for.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
James Corden may find himself on that.
Yeah. I'm just glancing. I am glancing. I am kind of like glancing across the list.
I think she's an F.
Yeah, go on.
Let's get her
then.
in F.
Yeah,
And
she's
carry
dead
on.
bottom. Yeah, move on. Yeah,
Ricky Gervais.
got to be S or an A. He's borderline for me. S and A.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
I'm not sure he's very well liked. I'd put him in A for the time being, Dave.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I think A's you've got to be like.
Same with Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's an A.
He's great. He's just superb.
Graham Norton. He's up there. I like Graham Norton.
B.
There's got to be a good B for me as well, I think.
Yeah. C or B. If you
I'd say C. I was going to say C or B.
Yeah.
So.
Is he
better than David Beckham?
He's better than Holly Willoughby.
Yeah.
And Deck,
probably Damien Albarn as well. You're probably right. B. Yeah.
I'd
B?
go with that.
Daniel Radcliffe. I think he's an absolute legend.
Don't know anything about him. Again, can't really comment.
Yeah, I know he's obviously starred Harry Potter movies. He's obviously done more than that, but I don't know a lot of what he's actually been in.
He did.
I can't say I'm a fan.
Woman in Black, which is kind of a horror movie.
I'm not a fan, but
yeah.
I've seen him in interviews before. He seems like a decent
But
guy.
he's not Anthony Hopkins level.
No, but he did a great movie called Guns Akimbo that is just everyone should watch it. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Is he better than Emma Watson?
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
Then do you think he's a D?
I think he's C.
I'm thinking a C-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know him enough, so I'll leave it to you two.
But he seems like a cool outside of acting character. Like he wore the same clothes every day for something like 6 months because the paparazzi were chasing him, and it was just to make sure they get the same picture every day until they leave him alone.
True story, that as well.
And then he went out with like 15 dogs strapped around his waist, just looking like a tramp like that, and they're taking pictures. I think that's a legend move.
Go on then.
See?
Yep. Next to Phil Schofield, Jeremy Hunt. 100%.
Is that Jeremy Hunt?
Yeah.
What's he doing there?
Exactly.
There you go. That's more like it.
Is that Ian Brown?
It looks like. That's Ian Brown. Yeah, Ian Brown.
I know around here.
He was over here. Manchester is absolute legend.
He was the start of the Britpop era with the Stone Roses. Yeah. They sort of like started it. So he's probably at the time. He's probably Ian Brown's probably on par with your Damon Albans.
Yeah.
Is he better than Ant and Dec? I don't know. But I still see him, and he's a proper pothead.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Yeah. He's a really top guy.
If you ever mention his name in a pub round here, everyone went to school with him.
Oh yeah.
Everyone knows.
His brother did.
Oh yeah.
You still see him around Lim.
I think his mum and dad live next door to someone that I know still in Timperley.
Yeah.
I'd say C.
Yeah.
Personally,
he's a C or a D, isn't he?
Yeah. Go with that.
Who's that? Looks like Will Smith from here. Oh, Idris Elba.
Oh,
A.
Idris Elba's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's an A for me.
He's not above Anthony Hopkins though.
Oh, I think he might be.
I think he's cool.
Relevant.
Don't get me wrong.
I think he's more relevant.
Great actor. Seems like such a cool guy. He's been in rap songs. He did a professional kickboxing match, didn't he? Not too long ago.
I don't know.
He's a proper he's borderline, potentially the next James Bond and all that kind of stuff. And I think for me, I think he's an A.
So no, he's got a great. He's got a great presence on screen. He really has.
I think he's just excelled in the last. He's just excelled in the last 10 years.
Doesn't beat Christian Bale though.
I think he does for me. Right now, I think he does. At the moment,
for me, a B, a solid B. But
for me, an A. So it's up to you, Mike.
Oh, B. I think I'd go for B.
Yep.
Yeah. When you look at the other people,
borderline.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Get what you're saying.
B plus maybe, but
who's the next one?
Daniel Craig.
Daniel
James
Craig.
Bond.
I think he's a great actor. I'm not sure.
He's only James Bond I've ever really seen him in, so I'd go with a C for me.
Layer Cake.
Layer Cake, yeah.
I can't think.
For me, he's a C.
He's probably a C for me, actually. I think he's pretty cool and I like him a lot, but I also...
I'd go a bit higher.
He's probably been the best James Bond.
He's been one of the most famous film franchises in the world ever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no secret agent that's more famous than James Bond. It's
no, that's true.
Absolutely huge everywhere.
For me, it's
one of those where it's not like an Oscar-winning type of film, is it? Where your Anthony Hopkins comes in, where
it's a pretty one-sided acting role, isn't it? You've got to play
I mean, I think
you've got to play the heartless assassin.
I've seen him do all the stuff, and the guy can act.
But on the basis, I think he's better than Ian Brown.
Yeah,
and
I'd
Damon
say B.
Albarn. So I'd probably relegate Damon Albarn and Ian Brown to D.
Really?
And put Daniel Craig in C. In my opinion,
it's an interesting one because when you look at some of the people they're up against.
Yeah, I think I'd put Damon Albarn and Ian Brown into D.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, go on, do that. D's empty anyway. Needs someone in it, doesn't it?
I think that's starting to make a bit more,
And
and
then
put him in
Daniel
C.
Craig in C.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Do that one quick anyway.
We don't even have to. That's not even up for discussion, is it? Is that the One Direction guy next?
I think we just need to make a bit more of a meal of that.
There you go. Where you belong. Is that the One Direction guy? Oh, James May.
James May.
You laughed
What's
at
he
me
doing on
when
there? I thought it was Harry Styles from here. Can't even see.
James May, I like him a lot, but he's an E for me.
Yeah,
I think he's probably lower.
I don't think he's enough
James
of a
May.
character, but with the Top Gear guys together or the Grand Tour guys,
great mix.
as a combo, they're
go with that.
amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I'd go with that. He's probably on par with Andy Murray.
But I'd go
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, he's not
It's
some
low level,
big celebrity, is he?
but
Put
decent
him
guy.
right next to
Jamie
James
Oliver.
Corden.
For you.
Jamie Oliver.
Right next to James Corden for me.
I wouldn't go. I think he's down. I think he's E or F for me personally.
He's definitely not an E.
I wouldn't put him in that bottom category. I think that's a bit.
I just think he's an oddball.
He's definitely. I mean, he banned turkey twizzlers from schools, didn't he? That was a bit mean.
He's an oddball. Don't know. He's not for me.
He is a bit self-righteous. He
is.
likes to tell people how to live.
Oh, yeah,
which I'm not a fan of at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'd say
F.
Yeah.
He's F or next to Corden for me.
That's a fall from grace, that, because he used to be beloved on British TV, didn't he? At one point. Clarkson.
It's only you saying it.
A for me.
He is up there with Ramsey,
Yep.
I think.
Yep, 100%.
I'd say A.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll divide the room a
Is that
bit.
Gaza?
Can't see.
Whoa!
No one's believing you on this one, Dave.
Jesus.
To get him in.
Now then.
J.K. Rowling, is that?
J.K. Rowling, I think
I think A.
she's a contentious one nowadays because she's
Yeah.
she's quite a staunch feminist, but people say she's a transphobe because of it, and she's been embroiled in this whole
Seen it.
unnecessary battle on Twitter.
Yeah.
Which I can't care less either way. I think she wrote some great books, but they are a rip-off of other books that came before.
Right, okay.
Like the Harry
Do we have
Potter
to do
books
these in
and-
order, by the way, or can you sort of like go through the list and
Well, we can rejig at the end.
yeah?
I think she wrote some.
She's probably a B or an A for me.
She got a lot of kids into reading,
Yeah.
which is important.
Well, she's probably one of the best-selling novelists in the world, isn't she?
Yeah, it's got to be. And then the films that
that followed
She
up
was
to
a
it.
single mum, didn't she?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
I think
She's
it's
right
C,
to be a feminist.
C for me.
It's C.
Yeah.
Well, he shouldn't be in C then, should he? The actor. 'Cause he made
Daniel
her.
Radcliffe has done loads since the Harry Potter movies.
Before, though. What has she done before? Who was he before Harry
He was
Potter?
like 5
She
years
made
old.
Harry Potter. I know, but she made Harry
Yeah, to
Potter.
be fair, it was only a kid, wasn't he? I mean,
She made Harry Potter, though.
What have you done
She's
with
got
your
to be-
life, you 5-year-old?
She's got to be above Daniel Radcliffe. For me, if that's the case.
I get that.
I'm going to say she's
better than Graham Norton. She's up there with Ed Sheeran.
I don't think so.
If you're looking at achievements and what they've done, she's well up
Yeah.
there with Ed Sheeran.
There's more to it than just that.
I'm going for B for me.
And also, the Harry Potter movies are copied and pasted from
never seen one,
other
so-
book franchises.
I've never read one of the
I
books.
don't-
I've never
I
seen.
don't
I
know
just think
about
she's been very successful. I'm going off for success.
I've got no.
Yeah.
I think she's very successful and she's done a lot, and I think it's amazing. It's admirable, but she's not up there for me. I'm saying C.
B for me.
I'll go for B. I think she's so well known, and the films and the books sold so much over the years.
I've literally just
multi-million-pound films.
I watched the whole movie franchise with the kids over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
So I think the movies are great.
Yeah.
I do.
S.
John Lennon.
Yep.
I mean, I'd say A personally, but you guys can have the deciding one on that.
100% S.
Part of one of the greatest bands in the
Ever.
world
Ever.
And one of the greatest writing partnerships ever. I don't think you can argue with that.
I think
Five Cut Short.
Lennon and McCartney,
Legend.
I mean, just
I think
who's better?
I think
you
if he stayed alive, I think he would have fallen off. I think
Maybe. We'd never know that, would we?
No, we won't.
No, we say that about anyone. Say that about JFK or anyone you want to talk about.
I think if you look at all the eights there, if you said to them,
John Lennon's in that.
John Lennon,
None of them
will
would say, yeah.
no.
And John Lennon, like you said, John Lennon could walk in a room if he was alive, and no one's better than John Lennon. To use your terminology
apart from
before
Yoko
about
Ono,
John.
she's the most talented person in the world.
Definitely an S. Definitely an S for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not
Definitely
upset that I've been overruled there, to be fair.
Johnny Ross.
Is that Wassy?
He's got to be on this.
Great
He's
Norton.
in a different Great Norton level.
I've
Yeah,
liked him over the years.
yeah. He's had some issues. Funny guy. I like him.
He's funny. He actually is.
Yeah.
You know, the comedy stuff that he does is absolutely really good.
I think he's on par with Graham Norton. No,
He's
no,
very
no.
edgy. So
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, fair play.
Carl
Pilkington,
Ooh.
local lad.
I don't think he's up there to be an A, although I do think he should be an A.
I know
if that
what you mean.
makes
I know what
sense.
you mean. This is more like a local sort of.
I think he's more of a D.
He's not done it on talent. He's just done it on likability. Purely.
I think he's a D.
That's personality.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I think he's a D.
Personality, yeah. So
Because he has got a funny personality.
I'd probably say D.
But he's
And he's
boosted.
from
Yeah.
Manchester, so
And he's one of them. He's in that same sort of like line up there.
Yeah.
Is that Helen Mirren? Next one.
Katie Hopkins.
Oh, down by the.
Can women be in the bottom category?
Yeah, absolutely. She's down there.
Ooh.
Yeah, get her down
Yep.
there. I have no idea who that is.
She comes up on my Instagram feed all the time, Katie Hopkins,
Really?
you know, and
Wow.
Instagram Reels.
Who's that?
That's Katie Price.
Kate.
Funnily enough, when she went bankrupt the last time,
Is that Jordan?
yeah,
Katie Price.
when she went bankrupt the last time, I was behind her in a McDonald's drive-through near me.
She got like a pink Range Rover.
She went
She did
bankrupt
do,
and
didn't
lost
she?
it all,
Yeah.
and then she was in a brand new sparkling Range Rover.
It was like a pinky
that
colour.
had no. It was a new. It was. I want to say it was like a red. It was like a weird.
Yeah, I've seen her in like a metallic pink colour.
the red
It's like
plate was price, and it's like you've just publicly gone bankrupt and you're in a brand new Range
Yeah.
Rover Sport.
She's no better than Gemma Collins.
They've probably just given
She's
it,
either
haven't
she's
they?
either F or below.
I do.
She's F or below.
I think F.
I mean, she's very, very well known, but
Yeah.
I mean,
For what?
She's such a horrible example to young women. I think. To, you know, she's.
Yeah. F.
Hate's a strong word. I don't know her, but I dislike her. The KSI is that?
D.
KSI.
D for me. He's done quite a lot. Done
Yeah.
a lot for young kids. Pioneered sort of like a lot of the stuff on YouTube. What he's done.
Yeah.
He's done quite a bit. So I'd go with he's branched out into different things, businesses.
Prime.
Yeah, Prime and all that kind of stuff. So I'd go with D for me.
He's a D, but I think he's probably on the rise.
Yeah.
You know, like give
Yeah.
it 10
He could
years,
he could easily
be higher
be
up
B.
that list.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Lewis Hamilton is that?
I don't care about Formula One whatsoever.
Is he any better than Beckham?
well, 7-time world champion.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
know,
it.
I
You
mean,
can't say that. And
7-time world
I
champion.
was just going to say the same. So for me, I think he's either an A or potentially a B
Yeah, I'd go
because
along with
he's
that.
a major talent.
I'll defer
He's a
to you
huge
two
star.
on this.
Yeah, I'd go A or B without a doubt.
So should we say B for the time being?
yeah.
Yeah, because he can be a bit annoying as well.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah, he can be with
pretty
his
annoying.
fake sort of like UK accent sort of thing.
Is that Liam?
Looks like him.
S.
You think S up there with John
Yeah.
Lennon?
Without a doubt, he's one of the most legendary frontmen in any band you want in the world. If you were putting a band together and you were looking for a frontman, you'd definitely have him.
I wouldn't go West myself. Not with. I don't think
It's gotta be an A,
I
then.
don't think it's on a par with Lennon and.
It's got to be an A.
He's definitely
and
not.
thingy.
I think he is. He's definitely on par with Elton John.
No,
No, no
chance.
chance.
He plays the tambourine just because he can sing a little
He's a
bit.
frontman. So like to Mick Jagger. What does he play?
Pink oboe,
But you'd have Mick Jagger up there probably. You know what I mean?
skin flute.
Yeah.
I think he's an A.
What does David Attenborough play?
I think A.
Yeah, A. Yeah, I'll go with A. I'll go
Solid
with
A.
A.
It's
Yeah,
not
solid,
A.
solid A. Yeah.
I will say, with no John Lennon, there isn't Liam Gallagher. That's his biggest.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
And I was going to say that before when we were talking about Lennon. I was going to say without Lennon, there's no Ian Brown. There's no
Yeah.
Noel
Yeah.
Gallagher.
Is
Liam
that-
Gallagher.
Is that Rashford?
That's Rashford.
No, so you doing on it?
Exactly.
I mean, my kids.
He
got-
does a lot. He does a lot
My
for
kids
schools
get
and
free school dinners because
Yeah.
of him. Literally,
Yeah.
he's the one who campaigned for it.
Yeah.
he's got similar sort of like personalities where he doesn't really say much or do much than Andy Murray. And I'm not saying it biases because I don't know he's a United player, but I don't think he's any better than Andy Murray.
I don't think he's.
He's a world champion. He's a world champion.
He's
No,
done a lot
Rashford's
of
not.
good, but I think if he focused more on the game and less on
Yeah.
that, and then
It's not
do
football
more
ability.
good
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you're towards the end of your career.
For football and ability, he's probably on par with what Boris has achieved and what all the others have achieved, sort of thing. But if you go in on what he's done for charities and
Yeah.
things like, he's probably
I think he's
Probably-
D for me.
I'd go an E.
Yeah, I'd probably go along with that. He's not really won much over the last few
No.
years. Good player and
No.
everything, but you know,
He probably shouldn't even be on this list.
I think
but
he's well. It's a strange one. I couldn't believe he's on it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think his charity work probably puts him
Yeah.
on the board at least.
D or E.
From what he's done.
Like,
I'd go with
Yeah,
E.
yeah, I'd go with that.
what-
E.
which one?
E.
E.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's any better than Andy Murray.
Fair enough. Who's that?
That's
guy
the
from
Beast.
Chase?
The Beast.
I saw a comment once, and someone's put, I thought he was called the Beast because he was a big fat bastard. And it's actually Lebet, he's French for the Beast.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He's lost loads of weight, hasn't he?
Apparently so. I've seen, but I've not seen he's chasing on anymore.
I don't
it's on
know.
every day.
Yeah, but is it not new? He's not new
Not
stuff.
all of it's new, no, because I've seen on some of them still got the screens up from the COVID, so you never know if it's
He's
new
just
or not.
he's just a quiz guy, isn't he, at the end of the day?
Yeah,
he's just
he's
knowledgeable
probably-
quiz guy, and he's a good personality on TV.
He's probably an
Yeah.
E or F for me. He's not really.
He's probably an F. I'd put him in F.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, go with that.
I think he'd probably rank himself as that. He's not
Yeah.
trying to be some big celebrity guy.
No.
Is he?
Yeah.
Mick's got to be an S, hasn't he? He's got to be up
It's
there.
gotta be iconic
Yeah,
again.
yeah. No one bigger than Mick Jagger in.
Most
Yeah, but what does he
successful
play?
rock bands in the world
What does he
ever.
play though?
Oh yeah,
And he's a
put down
midget.
F.
Well, is either going to be S
He's S.
or is going to be N, depending on the stuff that's
Oh
coming out.
yeah,
at the
yeah,
moment.
yeah. That's a point. That's a good point actually. That's a very good point.
You have to
He
just
could be
hover
top
him
or
over there
bottom.
for a couple of
He
weeks,
could be
Dave.
top or bottom. Put him on the side.
Put him on the subs bench.
I think S because
Yeah, 'cause of-
allegations aren't convictions.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Morrissey's got to be an A as well.
Oh,
Hasn't
he's a miserable bastard there, isn't he?
I know,
I've seen
but again,
something, yeah. Do we put him as an A or is he a B?
He's a B for me. He's got iconic songs.
Or is he even a
but
C?
Maybe even a C.
I mean, I like Morrissey, and he's I'd go with a B.
He's got iconic tunes.
Stick him in
and
B
stuff,
because I think Morrissey's better than Jonathan Ross and Graham Norton, and I think he's definitely better than Ed
but
Sheeran.
have you heard?
Yeah.
Have you watched any live videos of Morrissey singing recently?
I've seen Morrissey live loads, and I've seen him. He's
He's not very good at
Yeah.
singing
No,
on
he's-
stage anymore. It's
Really?
kind of,
but he's old now. He's not in his heyday anymore. Remember? I mean, I know Mick Jagger's the same. Listen to Mick Jagger sing now. He sounds like a right.
yeah, be well into his sixties now.
Yeah,
Morrissey,
yeah.
I'm guessing.
I saw some pictures of him throwing stuff around because he found meat in his curry and all that, and they're all in the same fucking restaurant. Why do you keep going back there? Yeah,
So he's a vegan.
he's vegan. Yeah.
Is there a V
Do
category?
you not remember Meat Is Murder from the Smiths?
Oh,
One
no.
of their albums was
Yeah,
Meat Is
I don't know.
Murder.
Right, well that drops him down. He's
He's got to be a C. He's got to be a B for me.
B.
He's better than Ed Sheeran.
I'm going to say C.
B.
B. Right, fair enough.
Yeah, he's better than Ed Sheeran.
I know, but he's vegan.
Noel.
Noel.
I think Noel's got to be up at
He's
A,
got to be
S
A-
or
A again.
A or S in it for Noel.
He's the same category as Liam for me.
Yeah.
I think Liam's less pretentious. Noel's more talented.
Yeah, you're
That's
probably right.
no, I
Probably
think he's
right.
probably a better songwriter.
Probably about right.
Yeah, they balance
Definitely.
each other out,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just as a duo, they were great.
Who's that?
Unfortunately.
That's Olivia Colman.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Well,
I still don't know who it is.
She played the Queen. She's in Human Traffic. She was in
actually
Peep
played-
She's
Show.
been human trafficked.
She was in Human
Oh,
Traffic.
right. I was going to say, wow.
She was in Peep Show.
She's actually played loads.
She's
been
done a
loads of
lot,
things,
hasn't
she?
she?
She has
See?
been a lot. Just can't remember them all.
Is she a C with Daniel Radcliffe?
She
I
probably
think she would. Yeah, I mean, last few years
Yeah.
she's been in a few more iconic roles, and she has done a lot more. Hasn't she? She's been more successful over
Yeah.
the last 5, 6, 7 years than she has.
she's
than
kind
she
of
had done
broken
before.
America a little bit. Like she's
I
known.
think,
over there.
yeah, I think she's
Yeah.
known over there. So
See?
I go with that. I think.
I'm just looking at some of the names that are coming up, and I think we have to move some of these around.
Yeah, I think we'll have a double
Who's
check
that?
at the end.
Who's the next one? Looks like bloody David Ginola from here.
That's Paul McCartney.
Oh, then he's got to be up there as well, hasn't he?
If
He's gotta
John
be-
Lennon's S, then
Yeah, he's
Paul
got-
McCartney's
definitely
got
got
to
to
be.
be. Definitely got to be an
top,
S. Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Peter Kay.
Peter Kay. Woo.
A.
He's up there for Ricky. With
For me,
Ricky
he's an A.
Gervais.
Yeah, for me, he's an A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Piers Morgan.
Ooh, he's a bellend.
I love how we've got Piers Morgan, Prince Harry, and Jeremy Corbyn
Oh,
roll
yeah.
next to
Oh,
each
bottom
other.
tiers are going to be busy.
I'd definitely put him.
I don't like Piers Morgan.
No, I don't.
But I do watch some of his stuff on YouTube, and
He's just an arrogant prick.
He's a bell end, but
he's-
I've seen him do interviews with some people where I've sort of liked him doing it because he tends to get stuck into him.
Yeah.
But I don't like him.
But
I
it,
think
that
he's
comes
a
across a
bell
bit
ender.
fake to me.
I
I know what
think
you
it's the
mean.
opposite. I think he's a lot more genuine, which I like about him. But I just disagree with him on quite
And
a
he's-
lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll give you something. Are you hovering around F in the bottom?
E or F
No,
for
E
me.
or F for me.
Right. Well, I'll give you something that'll relegate you.
Yeah.
That'll relegate him to the definite 100% F. He's an Arsenal fan.
Oh, yeah. F.
F. Or even the bottom.
I've
And
not,
in fact, yeah, because he's still going about Ronaldo because Ronaldo scored a couple of goals in thingy. Oh, I shouldn't let him go. What an absolutely terrible decision. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ.
So you want to put him
Do you
down
watch
at the bottom
football?
next to Casey Hopkins?
no,
It's tempting, isn't it? But there's a few more I'm seeing in the list that'll probably take that bottom line up.
I don't like him, but I respect him for saying
Yeah.
what he thinks.
Yeah, I'm definitely going F.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with someone, do you?
For me,
Yeah.
he's a bottom or an F.
F
For me,
Yeah.
Let's say
he's
F.
hovering between the
I'm
two.
alright with that.
Yeah.
I've usually called him the C word, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince Harry, if you would have asked us 5 years ago, would have been quite high up on the list.
Yeah.
I think he's an F. I think he's just embarrassed himself, for me personally. I know he's done the Invictus Games, actually, which probably puts him up a bit.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing that for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I don't like him. I think just the way he's gone about stuff and in the way he's carried himself.
The way about being wanting to be out the spotlight and then doing books and interviews, he just doesn't sit right with me.
That book is just like you're just slagging off your whole family in a book to go to the public.
I just don't get it.
You can't respect that whatsoever.
No. And not in the way that we operate as Brits. No. I'd go with F or the bottom.
I'm going to say F. The bottom is strong. That's for the
that's for the next
Corbyns
guy.
Of the world.
That's for him.
Jeremy Corbyn looks like he really loves the smell of his own farts.
He's got to be on the bottom.
Yeah,
for me, all day long.
There's at least an F whatever happens because he's just
he's a horrible human being.
I think he stands by what he believes and he's pretty genuine. But again, similar to Piers Morgan, I disagree with him on a lot of things.
Yeah, I think he's a knob.
I do think he's a bit of a knob. His brother's definitely a knob. In fact, his brother's probably lower.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a brother. Yep. This for me.
Yeah, his brother's a proper,
I'd have put him lower,
proper communist, isn't he?
Yeah, he's horrible.
Living in Pound House.
Horrible family.
Hammond, the hamster, I think he's pretty high up. I don't think he's Jeremy Clarkson level.
I think he's higher than May, but lower than Clarkson.
It's a D. I think he's better than like a Carl Pilkington.
Yeah.
D?
I think it's about right, that.
Is that Ronnie's
up there. Ronnie's an absolute legend.
Oh, he's got to be on the same as Lewis Hamilton, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, several times world champion, isn't he?
Yep.
You know,
and
it's snooker, though, isn't it?
His whole backstory
just says what it is.
It's just the fact that he's fallen asleep at the Crucible at the Masters final.
Yeah. Had a few issues over the years, but he's still going.
He doesn't give a shit.
He hates snooker as well, doesn't he?
He hates everything.
But he's a great personality for snooker, isn't he? It gives you an interest in snooker.
He's definitely
without him, I don't think it would have been where they are.
He's a B or an A. He's a B or an A for me.
B.
I'd go for B. Yeah, it's a solid B with Hamilton, I think.
Yeah.
Is that Rooney?
Yeah, it's Rooney.
Rooney.
I think Rooney's
in his heyday, absolutely brilliant player, absolutely superb. But
he's definitely next to Katie Hopkins for me.
He's had his indiscretions.
Yeah, they're
still together, so that's between them.
He's a knob.
Listen, I think there's quite a few of them there that may have cheated on the missus.
Beckham.
I'm going to drop him down again for you, right? I know you love him as a United player and all that kind of stuff, but I'm going to give you something that's going to relegate him a little bit. He's a Scouser.
No, yeah. Fucking bottom.
Don't lose that focus, Mike. Do not lose the focus that he's a Scouser.
But then look at Carl Pilkington, KSI, Richard Hammond, Rooney's that sort of level.
Yeah,
I think he's above Rashford.
I think as player-wise and what he's won, he's above Rashford. I think he had more talent as well.
But then I think Andy Murray should be above Rooney. Because Murray's won Wimbledon. And with what we're talking off going with Lewis Hamilton and Ronnie, then I get that they've got a better personality than what says, but Rooney hasn't got a personality neither. Rooney's personality's dead.
I just think D for Rooney.
That's all he's got, and then he just hangs off his wife's coattail every. Don't know what's it. For me, he's lower. He's Rashford level.
I'm saying D.
I'm saying D. He's better than Rashford.
Who's that?
It's Rupert Murdoch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah.
Looks like Rupert Murdoch to me.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All I know about him is he just owns the press.
Yeah.
I thought he was Australian.
He was, or is.
Australian born.
Yeah.
He's Australian.
Right, well, he doesn't get to go on then because he's
Australian.
Yeah.
But he's he's a very powerful man, isn't he? But also very rude and he brings a lot of shit to the table. So
I don't know enough about
similar to Jeremy Corbyn. I'll go with F.
I think that's how you'd end up being rich and famous, wouldn't it? By being a bit of a,
F.
There's no
he owns Sky, he owns Fox, he owns everything.
He's a fairly divisive type of character, isn't he, with his politics and stuff like that. So I'm not overly keen.
Yeah, he's one of them I couldn't care less about. A bit like Boris and Jeremy. That's the point actually. Jeremy Corbyn should be below Boris.
Yeah,
they shouldn't be on the same list.
In that case, I'd have to move Boris up one.
Yeah, probably because he was.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I think Boris is better than them.
Willie Shakespeare.
Shakespeare's got to be up there. Everyone knows him. He's got to be an S, hasn't he?
Yes,
he's got to be. He's got to be
all day long.
He invented half of the words we use nowadays, doesn't he? A lot of the insults and slang.
Simon Cowell's got to be up there with. He's got to be A. Got to be up there with Gervais.
I think he's worldwide. All the programs he's done.
Gordon Ramsay.
He's
Jeremy Clarkson. If you got, in fact, I think he's a potential S.
I don't think he's an S.
He is. He's done what he's done. Don't take the personal side. What he's done. What he's made over the years with like Pop Idol, American Idol, X Factor, all these sort of like shows. What he's been part of.
Yeah,
which is all he's been a part of the whole invention of it all, has brought so much change to television. and so much changed to how people can make it in an industry.
Huge. Yeah.
Anecdotally, someone told me they worked with him a few years back, and this was maybe 20 years ago now, and the person was a music producer, quite a high-level one that had worked with him. And first off, they said he knows absolutely nothing, because I was defending him. I was like, he must know stuff.
He started off life as a runner, didn't he? On a set.
The story they gave was that he wasn't happy. He was producing a record, and he wasn't happy with the particular mix of it. And the engineers got together as a joke and basically played him the same mix twice, but lied and said they'd changed something on one of them. And then he was like, yeah, much better that one. You know, like they
get that.
It's like an inner joke sort of thing. They were taking the piss out of him by doing that. I don't know. But
that music producer you're talking about, right? Is that music producer gone on to be as successful as him?
No one's as successful as him, really.
That's what I'm saying. So who are they to judge what he knows and what he doesn't know? I think based on what he's achieved in life, he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right?
That's
so
undeniable. He knows what he's doing.
Me and Mike could sit here and go, yeah, we watched football the other night and we didn't agree with anything. And pundit said what he said was bullshit because last week he said that doesn't make us more successful than what they are and more. But unless I think he's an S.
I just don't think he's an S. That's what I'm saying. I think he's an A.
I think he's changed the way of life, the way life's lived. Through television, music, but entertainment, he's changed it. He's changed the landscape on it.
He did paint by numbers, number one records in the music industry. Though, like
so,
X Factor was
Waterman.
I just think it was a bit contrived, and especially when X Factor had they were tuning certain people's vocals when it went out on TV to people, and he had his
Top of the Pops were doing it for years.
Top of the Pops was all miming, but that was widely accepted. Like. There was a season of X Factor where for the first episode they picked certain people and then tuned their vocals to make them look better than the other people, and then there was a public outrage about it because people could hear it.
I mean, you could argue that
William Shakespeare made his own fucking language up. Do you know what I mean?
You could argue that something like Motown was the same. They all got in there and did all the same type of music, the same backing
heavy metal you listen to all sounds the same to me.
You know,
how dare you?
Hey,
he's a talented guy for what he's done. But I'm not sure whether he's above Noel. That's what I'm struggling with.
I do.
I'm not denying.
I think he's above all them.
By the way,
I think he's above all them on A.
I think he's A.
He changed the landscape of music.
He's not above Ricky Gervais entertainment or Gordon Ramsay. I'm saying A.
I'm saying S. Down to you, mate. He's a legend.
A plus.
Oh, come on, mate.
It's a tough one.
He's a legend of the world of entertainment. He's probably the top of the tree at the entertainment world.
I respect him.
And he cracked it in the USA, massive in the USA.
Yeah.
How many of these people have made it big in the USA on that list?
Ricky Gervais, Gordon Ramsay.
That's about it.
Oasis are massive in the USA.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
You sure?
Since they split up.
It's not Oasis then, is it?
No, but they've got bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where if they did a reunion and toured the USA, they'd be selling out arenas in the US.
Absolutely.
I'm struggling putting him on the same thing as like Princess Diana.
John Lennon.
Attenborough and Lennon. I'd have to go A. I still think he's up there.
Controversial.
Like Shakespeare. It's
just out of interest, Max, where would you put Cowell?
Cowell, for a B.
B?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. Right, Stephen Fry. I like Stephen Fry. I got a lot of time for him.
Same.
Very good again.
Yeah.
He's got a story about.
Was he doing C for me?
Was he doing coke in the Houses of Parliament, or was it in Buckingham Palace?
I'm surprised.
When
he's a C for me.
He's a B for me. He's Anthony Hopkins level.
He tells great stories and stuff like that. He's a talented guy, talented actor. I always remember him a lot from the Blackadder.
He's a great wordsmith and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go about C-ish, do you say?
I say C.
Yeah, at least.
I would have said B, but I'm also fine with C. I'm not going to disagree.
Yeah, you're probably right. He could be potential B.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking, is it?
Yeah.
What did he ever fucking do?
Got beat up by his wife, didn't he? Do you remember?
He's got to be right up there, Hawking.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the most famous scientists in the world ever, isn't he?
Yeah.
Everyone knows him.
He said lots of things that none of us understand. That people
because he couldn't speak properly.
What
did he say?
Didn't he invent the computer that allowed him to talk and communicate?
I think he did.
Not sure. Possibly.
Probably. I think he's an A, personally. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not like...
Yeah, I'd probably go with an A. I'd probably agree with A, yeah.
He's one of the most famous people on the planet.
Yeah. Is he dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Stephen Merchant, is that?
I'd go with C, same as probably a B or a C for me, Stephen Merchant.
Yeah, I think I'd go
Don't know
C.
The Office. Don't know.
Probably a C.
Is he
The
any
main
different?
thing is The
He's any
Office that I
different. Yeah, but
remember
he's done loads of stuff, hasn't he?
I know he's been in other stuff,
Idiot
but nothing
Abroad,
springs to mind.
He did extras. He's co-writer with Ricky Gervais for everything Ricky Gervais has probably ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a D for me personally.
D?
Yeah, he's
He's
great
better
at what
than
he
Carl
does, but
Perkins.
he's
I
not.
think he's Stephen Fry level.
I don't think he's prolific enough.
I'm not
That's
sure
all.
because I don't know exactly how much stuff and what he's written for other people.
I think
to be
he's
fair.
Stephen Fry level for me.
He's round about that, I would say.
I'd go with C.
He's got to be above Carl Pilkington.
Yeah, I
anyway.
agree.
C.
He's talented,
Yeah.
really talented writer.
Who's that?
That's Stormzy.
Oh, Stormzy.
Stormzy. I'd say
It's got to be a D. hasn't it?
I think he's a B personally,
B?
but I think he's another one that's on the rise. Where in 10 years' time he could be A.
Is he bigger than Damon Albarn and
At the moment,
Ian
yeah,
Brown?
I'd say so.
KSI?
He's bigger than KSI.
You think Stormzy's bigger than KSI? I
think
beg
so.
to differ.
I have no idea.
I beg to
Is it-
differ.
I
on
don't
that.
know. We'll have to go
For
research
in the rap
some of it,
rap
yeah.
world, he might be bigger than him, knowing what he's done. But on a
Yeah,
global scale, I think
Headline Glastonbury. to be fair to him.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
Massive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a mate from school who headlined Glastonbury, mate. He was in the band Texas, but he was he was in my class at the same time. So where does that leave him?
I'm going to say B for Stormzy.
I'd be lower down than that.
I think D for me.
I don't think he's above Alban and
No, me neither.
So what are you both going D?
yeah.
I'm going
I
with
think I'd
D.
have to.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's just a.
I think he's on par with KSI.
And
Is that the newsreader?
That's Susanna Reid.
I like
Ooh,
I like
Susanna
Susanna
Reid.
Reid, actually.
S.
Here we go.
Just need a career to take a tumble, and she started doing topless news.
I don't know. I mean, I think
I like
Topless
her.
news with the Office Blokes.
he's talking COD, aren't you? Just no.
She's no Susanna Reid. I think she's an E. Is she any better than like?
I'd say a D for me.
I don't know. Is she
I
any
quite
better?
like her, but it's probably because she's pretty attractive as well.
That's same,
isn't it? I think
same.
that's-
She's not an incisive interviewer or anything.
No,
like that. I
she's
don't
nothing
think
special.
She's
She's
fairly,
nothing special at the end of the day.
standard, sort of like presenter, really.
She's-
Good
yeah.
presenter, but I mean, I wouldn't put her as like a special.
I suppose she's not Richard Hammond, is she?
I think she's better than Rooney though.
I'm going to say E.
Yeah, I'll go with E.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd go with that.
Right, and if anyone's still watching,
I know.
do you agree? That was a big tier list. That
It was.
let's have a glance over and see if there's anyone with rejig.
I'd probably put Anthony Hopkins up to A. And maybe
I'm
even
just not
Christian
sure.
Bale.
I'm just not sure with Ian Brown and Alburn whether they're on the same level as Pilkington.
No, I agree.
Whether they may be slightly higher.
Yep, I
Because
agree
they're
with that.
fairly iconic. They've been going for absolute years.
Does that
haven't they?
mean Pilkington should go down though?
No, I think they should go up.
But then
I'd move Anthony Hopkins and Christian Bale to A. Personally. And I'd probably move Stephen Merchant and Fry to B.
where's Stephen Merchant? What's he on at the moment?
C.
There, say where you want.
End of
C at
C,
the end
yeah.
of C.
I don't
I'd
think
probably
he
move
goes
them two
up.
up.
I don't think he
I think
goes
Stephen
up.
Fry probably goes up.
Stephen Fry, I'd be all right with going up, but I don't think Stephen Merchant is on that level.
I'd go for Fry maybe, but not Merchant. I don't think. I'm not sure about him.
And I think Alban and Ian Brown go up to C.
Yeah,
I think they're
so.
definitely on par with Ant and Dec and all them.
Yeah, they're iconic, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not just them as solo artists,
Yeah.
but the bands and everything. Absolutely.
And I'd probably even
Huge.
move Andy Murray up to D. To be fair, he did win Wimbledon and changed the sort of like the. And I'd probably move the bottom, the last two, the second to the last two from F down to the bottom. That bottom seems light.
It's a strong category though, isn't it?
That bottom just seems a bit light.
It looks right though, doesn't it?
No, there's people that should be on that bottom list. I think.
I'm all right with that actually.
Yeah.
That's a bit more right. That sounds.
Yeah,
looks
I think
about
it's a bit
right, that, I
more.
think.
Yeah.
Are we locking it in? Are we good with that?
Yeah, there's a possibility of Gervais going up to S. For me, if there's space on that S list, I'd put Gervais up there.
I think
And even Simon Cowell I'd put, but
I think-
he's there. But I know you're not keen on that. But I think Gervais probably should be an S.
by the end of Ricky Gervais's career, he probably will be an S.
Yeah,
But I
think
just
there's-
don't think he's
but
there
there's,
yet.
There's space on that line, so I think he gets promoted to S for me.
I don't think there's anyone there that should go to S. S is like that's high acclaim,
That's
isn't it?
elite
But it's just-
level, elite level, isn't
but
it?
at the same time, if I said to you, who's more elite in the British hierarchy, Adele or Ricky Gervais, who would you say?
Probably Adele. She's more palatable to more of the world than Ricky
Yeah.
Gervais. Ricky Gervais is very divisive. He's one of the best comics in the world. writes great movies, all that sort of stuff. But
I think Adele's probably known in more countries in the world than maybe Ricky Gervais.
She's a lot more
maybe because I think music travels easier than comedy in general to a lot more countries.
Yeah.
You know, a lot more foreign countries if you don't speak
But Ricky
English.
Gervais turned his hand at like serious stuff as well when he did Afterlife.
I absolutely love Afterlife.
Yeah.
Same with
Blockbuster.
Derek.
Yeah.
Invention of Lying, I thought was absolutely amazing.
So there's stuff that Gervais has done that's like I say, if you see Gervais and Adele, who's the hierarchy? And I don't think you can divide.
I'd feel more comfortable going up to Ricky Gervais saying, can I get a picture? I love your work, blah blah blah, than I would with Adele.
Really?
Adele seems like an absolute superstar diva.
Really?
Versus Ricky Gervais still seems like a normal guy.
I think you've got more chance of getting a photograph with Adele than you're with Ricky Gervais.
I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I think he stays on A personally. Mike, casting vote?
Yeah, I'd put him up to S.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're probably all thinking about it.
Wow.
After everything he's done and the talent he's got.
Fair enough.
I think he's
but
personally top draw.
But at the same time,
But then again,
would you put him above Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, I would.
he's slightly different as well, though, isn't it? Because obviously different genres and that they're in, really.
I'm quite happy with that list.
I'm all right with that.
Gervais he can do, the writing, acting, serious, comedy acting,
Singing.
stand up,
hosting.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a lot, doesn't he?
He did. He's the legendary Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Legendary. Or
Yeah.
the Oscars,
best
wherever
we've
it was.
seen
Yeah,
him, he's absolutely superb.
Yeah,
He's
no one done it
absolutely
better.
top level comedy.
If he
It
could
really is.
dance, he'd have it all, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I must admit,
Can
he's
dance. I've seen him do this.
He's probably one of my favourite comedians of all time. I think.
Yeah.
Gervais these days. I think
Yeah.
he's just got
got it
to
all,
get
hasn't he?
better all the time. And he's so good at it.
My main issue with Ricky Gervais is that he blocks reactions to his stuff.
He does.
There's we've got minimal reactions.
It
on
won't
the
be him,
channel,
but it'd be singing and all sorts of
it's
things.
usually
But
Netflix or whatever.
it's the couple on that F list that should probably be relegated down, but we'll leave it as is.
I just think it's a very strong thing to do.
I'm looking at a few on there now on that F and thinking I could quite easily see you on that bottom row. Probably most of them.
Let's lock it in.
Apart from Mark.
Let's lock it in.
In fact, before we do that, I'd put Mark Lebet up a level.
The Beast.
Yeah, because he's a knowledgeable guy and he brings good content
better than
to the
Corbyn.
chase.
I suppose he's
better than
likeable as
Corbyn.
well.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Corbyn,
saying.
isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. If you're looking at James May, would you rather have going back to what you're saying? Would you go to James May or would you go to the Beast?
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah,
the Beast brings a lot to the table.
I think you're
agree
right
with
there
that.
because if you look at F,
Yeah.
they're mostly personalities that we
Yeah,
don't particularly
it's
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beast.
He's a
I like.
likeable guy,
He's
isn't
good.
he?
I even
Yeah.
might even move up the same as Carl Pilkington. D.
We need to put a pin in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been going for about an hour.
Yeah. There you go.
I think we have already.
Yeah, I'm all right with that personally.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments section. Feel free to disagree. We want some healthy debate. Anyone that should be added to the bottom list, then let us know. Any honourable mentions that aren't on there. Yeah.
Join us next year for the next one, which is about in a couple of hours, isn't it?
I think we're going to go live and do this.
I think we have, yeah. See what people say. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for that. Hope you guys enjoyed it in the end.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.